Hello everyone and welcome back to Floor's Music Corner. Hello everyone and welcome back to Floor's Music Corner. After a bit of a break, it's really wonderful to be back here with all of you because I know many of you have been eagerly awaiting new episodes. So I can't thank you enough for your patience and support, but hey, we're back. For those new to the show, Floor's Music Corner is where we dive deeper into my own albums, the ones I made in the past, and explore their backgrounds and discuss what makes them so special. Today we have an exciting record. It's my Northward album, so let's get started. Northward is actually a project and it has a special place in my heart. It's a rock album that became a collaboration between myself and Jørn Viggo Lofstad, a Norwegian, very talented guitar player and songwriter that plays in Pagan's Mind, playing with Jørn Lande, did all kinds of cool stuff, and together we wrote this album, but back in 2008. And due to all kinds of commitments and life, we didn't release it until it was 10 years later, so 2018. It finally came out. Super cool that it's still. I got good help from Saga here. The name itself, it took me north. That's where Northward comes from. It was really hard to kind of give one name to one album that had this rocky diversity. And since Jørn Viggo, of course, is Norwegian, the name, and vibe of this album really stick to this northern style. I really wanted to do something completely different back in the days because I was in After Forever and been playing metal, and this time I wanted to do something else, and that's where rock came in. So it's a rock album. I would like to go into, at least for a couple of songs here. We have While Love Died is the opening track of this album. A very cool live song, I now know, because it's highly energetic. It has a very high tempo, extremely complicated to sing. There's a lot of emotion in there from back in the days. Yeah, from You Were Not Around Yet. A love song for When Love Died. It really is a love song, but not in a happy way. So there's a lot of energy that I can spit out in this song, and that comes back out on stage. Storm in a Glass is a very, very almost poppy structured song. The most poppy structured song that we have on the album. Super cool to play live nowadays. I would now release it as a new single basically and say this is a hit, because I think it is. It's about any situation that you might enlarge, that you make bigger than it actually is. It feels like a huge storm. There's a whole thing happening, but in the end of the day, it was actually just a tiny thing happening, and you got yourself all worked up for nothing. Paragon. It's a very long, complex song, almost a bit towards our progressive roots there for both Jørn Viggo and me, where we really didn't think about, let's write a cool short song. It's a long, long, long one. And it's about wanting to become the ultimate version of myself. One day I will be there. I wish I could be more like this, more like that. And while writing my solo album that I released, that I called Paragon, I realized, and I explained it during the song called My Paragon, just to confuse you a bit, that I really made a lot of these ambitions from back in the days from this album true in real life. So also during my live shows now, I've been playing both Paragon and My Paragon to kind of make the step from back in the days with this record to Paragon nowadays, My Paragon. So that's a little walkthrough of the songs on this album. I would say it's a very diverse album. So it goes from very energetic raw rock to super melodic. Paragon, then once again a long song. Northward, the title song of the album, also very long, crazy story basically, to Bridal Passion, which is just guitar and vocals. Also lovely to play. Funny to tell you about Bridal Passion is that the working title was Lullaby, and it really is a lullaby. Now, back in the days that this album was written, I was not a mom yet, and I just gave birth to my first daughter Freya when this album got recorded and later on released. And I actually started singing Bridal Passion as a lullaby to her. And now that I became a mom again, I will do so again for Lucy. Working on Northward, it was really an experience of its own, a very special one, especially given the fact that it had a 10-year gap in between, written mostly in Norway and some back in the Netherlands where I used to live and before I went north, and eventually got recorded in studios all over Europe. And every session that we added made it into this album. It definitely had its challenges, different people working on it, different energies, different characters. But at the end of the day, it became an album I'm so incredibly proud of. And I'm actually really happy I bring this back up in this music corner, because I think it deserves more attention than it actually got. Yeah, super proud. That's all for today's episode of Floor's Music Corner. I hope you enjoyed diving into Northward here with me. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you don't miss any updates. If you want an extended version of this episode with more in-depth discussions and exclusive content, make sure to visit Floor World and become a member there.